So right now, Tatsuro Taira is a minus 205 favorite, and the comeback on Alex Perez is plus 150 on DraftKings. And guys, I like Tatsuro Taira here. I already have 2 units on him at minus 175. At minus 205, honestly, I still think there's a little bit of value on him here. And I might fuck around and throw another unit on him. Normally, I wouldn't take, favorite money like this with a few units, but I'm a big fan of Tatsuro Taira. I like his style, and I feel like he's a bad matchup for Alex Perez, who normally would be like, Tatsuro Taira would normally be like a minus 300, minus 400 favorite here against Alex Perez. But the fact is, people were surprised by how good Perez looked in the Muhammad Mokaev fight, and by the fact that he knocked out Matheus Nicolau. But I wasn't as impressed with those performances as other people were. I felt like Mokaev's a very sloppy fighter, and the fact that Mokaev was able to take advantage of him in so many scrambles and grappling exchanges, I think is a bad sign. And if you go back and look at Alex Perez's tape against Davison Figueiredo, against Alexander Pantoja, that is always where he ends up falling apart, is where, like, in these fast scrambles, grappling exchanges, he seems to always have his neck grabbed or, gets held down, transitioned on, something. I mean, the guy's a decent grappler in and of himself, and he grappled with Roman Bravo Young, but he just doesn't seem to do well against talented grapplers in the UFC. He seems to be more of a boxer. And, he did knock out Nicolau, but, I mean, come on, guys. Matheus Nicolau was never going to be champion, and he looked really bad in that fight. He did absolutely nothing, wasn't defending, just sat there and kind of moved in and out, and allowed Alex Perez to just set up basic routes to get to him, and he got KO'd, man. But I don't see Tatsuro doing that. Tatsuro doesn't really like to hang out in front of his opponents. He kind of plays a lot of tricks with the wrestling and the jiu-jitsu in order to create things happen, in order to create things, advantages. And he typically, fighting him is almost like a domino effect. You make one mistake, and then he dominoes his way into some kind of crazy win. He did knock out Carlos Hernandez, but I don't think that's how he's going to beat Perez here. I think he's probably going to win by submission, maybe probably late, because I think Perez is tough and he can hang around, but late submission or a decision. Like I said, probably going to fuck around and throw another unit on him, even though the price is not as good anymore. And, you might have a little hedge on Perez by decision submission if they offer me a prop like that. DraftKings doesn't always do that. But yeah, I like Taira here. I want him to win. I think he has all the skills to win. And I think that there's a narrative right now that Perez is kind of on a streak, doing a little better than he normally would, but I still feel like it's a bad stylistic matchup. So Taira's going to be the pick, guys. Keep it locked in. More picks coming later this week.